Vadim Khramov, Ukraine's economist for Bank of America Merrill Lynch, joins me from London. Thank you, sir, for waiting around and for talking to us this evening. Look, as I understand it, the creditors are saying 10% haircut. Ukraine wants at least 40% haircut. But this is a haircut on money that was only lent relatively recently.
Well, good afternoon, first of all. Most of this money will lend over the last probably 5 to 7 years. There were a few bonds were issued a few years ago, and only one was issued 2 years ago, which is held by Russia. So, frankly, most of this money were borrowed by the previous governments.
Right, but the current government has already got money coming from or has a loan from the IMF, and it's looking to restructure or to go for another tranche and more money. So what I found, what do they need, Ukraine? What does Ukraine need at the moment?
Well, clearly the package from the International Monetary Fund, supported by the United States, Europe, and other countries, is vitally important. But this money is not enough to get the economy back on track. That's why one of the conditions of the International Monetary Fund was to start debt restructuring negotiations and to restructure sovereign debt, which clearly includes some write-off of debt, as you said before.
Yes, yeah, I mean, who's this money owed to? That are we talking about a private sector initiative like we saw with Greece in 2011, 2012, or are we talking about sovereign-to-sovereign lending here?
Well, most of this debt, we're talking about the Eurobond debt only, is held by private investors. These are mainly real money accounts located in the United States and in Europe. The Committee of Bondholders, which is mainly represented by the U.S. accounts, it holds approximately 75% of this debt.
Right.
And there is one piece of this debt which is held by the government of Russia.
Right, this is the Franklin Templeton Fund, isn't it? That owns a large part of the debt. So we have this very interesting thing where you have the US asset manager, Franklin Templeton, basically saying Ukraine can, in the fullness of time, pay its debts and shouldn't be let off the hook.
Well, this is a $10 billion question, frankly saying. Currently, the government is saying that it cannot pay its debt even over the next 10 or 15 years. That's why the government and the IMF insisting on debt haircuts. The sovereign bondholders, including Franklin Templeton, so far offered some form of cash relief, even grace period on coupons and maturity extensions. Clearly, the government says it's not enough. Over time, it will lead to the second problem, like, for example, it happened in Greece, and the risks of second debt restructuring would be high. That's why the positions are very different at that stage, frankly.
Sir, thank you for joining us and giving us the Ukraine story tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.